when I bought this, there were no streetlights in West Oakland. And I did a little research, although that was before the internet, and found out that West Oakland was the only part of Oakland that had no streetlights. And I said, well, I know why that is. I mean, this isn't any mystery. And I found that in 1957, the PG&E, the electric company, had gone on public record that they would install streetlights if the city would just pay the bill. I said to myself, oh, I think I've discovered a crack in a brick wall. Mm-hmm. So that was right at the times that we had started our little neighborhood organization with B. Slider and Everly Tyler and some other black ladies in the neighborhood, Corinne McReynolds on this street. And we invited the head of the Oakland electrical department to come and tell the neighborhood why is it that West Oakland is the only part of Oakland that doesn't have streetlights. And he said, "Oh well, you're just talking to the wrong person, because if the city council gave me the money, I would have them put in. But you know, installing streetlights is expensive." And I knew he was going to say that.
You knew it.
Knew it. Just knew it. So. And we had planned this out, so, and I have never wanted to be the main spokesman. It's not appropriate because it's not now. I'm not the only white person in the neighborhood, but I wasn't looking myself for glory. So I think it was a neighbor named James Edgar, I think, and so he said to this person, "Well, Mr. Johnson, I'm sure that you must be aware that PG&E, as of 1957, had said that they would install streetlights if the city just paid the bill." And he said, well, he got a little flustered and said, "Well, you're right, but it's the same thing, because if the city council gave me the money to pay the bill, you'd have streetlights." And so then we knew we had him. So what we said was, "Well, Mr. Johnson, just for the record, when you put your budget in this year for streetlight funds, did you tell the council that the only part of Oakland that doesn't have streetlights could have them if we just paid the bill?" And he got a little flustered and said, "No, I didn't." You see, originally it wasn't districts. And when I came here, the city council, basically, the Nolans ran the town because they ran the paper. And so the city council was whoever the Nolans picked. I was learning all this. I mean, I didn't come here with experience of dealing with city politics. I was just a kid from out of college wanting to make an art studio and was here and just sort of, learning it as I went along. But that was a real lesson. And one of the things I learned about that was that, having been to college, that it was inappropriate for me to try to be the spokesman for a predominantly African American population. So what I saw was my role would be research and strategy, but not the flag carrier or the public speaker. They were one of our best assets, because here you had these really scary dudes with guns talking about freedom and the right to bear arms, and along comes a neighborhood and says, "We want street lights." Well, the contrast was just great. So I think they were a great asset. They were demanding freedom that, to be honest with you, was not being offered. They were right in demanding it. But so that put us, who were demanding streetlights or a health center, the establishment couldn't give the Panthers freedom. The discrimination and all was built into the system. But so asking for something that was possible actually put us in a position of getting things we wouldn't have gotten otherwise from these scary dudes who were asking for something, freedom and respect, that was not in the offer. They were right to ask for it, to demand it, but that was not probably coming. But streetlights and curbs and gutters came.